Assalamu alaikum everyone, welcome back once again, and I hope that all of you are doing fantastic and I'm also doing great by the grace of Almighty. Dear learners, today in this video I love to share my secret, actually how I have learned English, that I'm going to share in this today's lesson. So everybody wants to learn English but they don't know how to start learning English. That's why I'm making this as kind of video. I hope that it will be very helpful for you. Dear learners, for spoken English actually I did so many things. So among them, today in this video I'm going to share only 3 secrets, and I believe that which will help you to improve your learning English and which will help you to learn English very fast. So number 1 thing I did, I made a goal. So goal is very important for learning English. Because why I want to learn English? What is the purpose of learning English? That's why you need to make a goal, and I made a goal for that reason. So goals means purpose, right? You can learn English for communication, that means as a language, or you can learn English for competitive exam, or you can learn English for getting a good marks in the exam, or you can learn English for a grammatical or academic purpose. So among them you have to make a goal why you want to learn English. So I believe that, and I think that your goal is spoken English, or your goal is to communicate, how to communicate with someone. I mean as a language, you want to learn English as a language. So after that, the second secret is listening skill. Yes, dear learners, I improved my listening skill, because listening skill is very most powerful elements of spoken English. So without listening skill, you can't able to learn English very effectively. That's why you have to improve your listening skill. So I did listen so many things, right? I improved my listening skill, and I will suggest to you all, please try to improve your listening skill, because when you will listen something, you will learn something new, right? How they pronounce and how they make a sentence and how they can communicate with others, something is like that you can learn from listening skill. And after that you have to complete your listening skill, then you have to practice. And number 3rd secret is practice, and I did a lots of practice. So for practice I did so many things. So I suggest to you, please practice. Practice makes a man perfect. That's why you need to practice every day, every single moments. Without practicing you cannot able to learn English within a short time, right? So English is not a short time process. You cannot learn English in a day. You cannot learn English today or tomorrow. You have to take time to learn English, right? And you have to practice. So practice, without practice you cannot learn English, right? So for practice you can do so many things. I just want to suggest something so that it will be helpful for you to practice spoken English. I did at first I select a calm and quiet place, and then I went there, and then I try to express myself very loudly. Whatever I know, whatever I like, I just deliver my speech, right? So after that I just try to record myself. And I believe that you have a smartphone, and I also had a smartphone. That's why I had a good chance to record myself, and I suggest to you, please, you will also record yourself when you will practice spoken English. So I just try to record myself how I'm speaking and where I make mistake, and after that, after watching from my videos, I try to recover, I try to correct myself, and you will also correct yourself if you follow this system. You can follow this thing, right? You can follow my system to practice your spoken English, right? So here I want to share a story. Like, if you want to learn swimming, so what do? Think that if you want to learn swimming, exactly, if you want to learn swimming, you have to get into the water, right? Otherwise you cannot learn swimming. So in that way you have to practice if you want to learn English, right? And another story I want to share with you, and that is, suppose you have learned how to ride a bicycle from a books or from an article or from a different kinds of source or from a newspaper. How to ride a bicycle you learned, but if you don't practically ride the bicycle, you cannot able to ride bicycle. So in that way, if you want to ride bicycle, you have to practice in a field, or you have to practice in a practically, right? So in that way, if you want to learn English, you have to practice, you have to practice, you have to practice, right? So practice makes a man perfect, you know that. So that's why you need to practice. So dear learners, this is the message for you actually, and I don't want to take any more longer time. So that's all for today, and I will come up with a new lesson very soon. Thank you, take care, Allah Hafiz.